Just about a dozen minutes away from the proceedings beginning in Los Angeles, and there is the potential #1 pick, Taylor Hall, as we continue our entry draft preview right here on the NHL Network. Mike Johnson's Top 5, presented by GMC. He's got Taylor Hall #1, Sagan #2, Goodbranson #3, Fowler and Connolly rounding out the top 5. And we know this, especially when it comes to those top prospects, father's influence is certainly significant.
When Taylor was just starting to skate, it was just something that I've always wanted to do, is to build a rink and see not necessarily just Taylor skate, but the kids in the neighborhood skate. And just on that backyard rink in Calgary, we've had there's going to be 2 NHLers have played. TJ Gagliardi from Colorado was always coming over to the rink, and he would always phone to see if we shoveled it off and whether it was ready or not. And of course Taylor probably will step in next year, hopefully, for him. And so it's been fun. It was a lot of fun to make it, and it was just something to do to open the door for them in case they wanted the ice time.
Funny story, he tried, but it didn't work out. I tried to do the backyard rink, and I spent a similar story about putting a barbecue together that took me about 8 hours. Yeah, just go buy it from Home Depot, don't do the thing. So I wish they sold backyard kits all put together at Home Depot, because I would be the first to line up and buy one. But I tried it for about 10 hours, and the land looked flat, but it really wasn't quite flat. And I think it was like 2 feet actually on one end, and it kind of busted apart pretty quick after that, but the effort was there. So, I just went and took them public skating or something.
Yeah, sticking to arenas, I guess.
I always wanted one, so when we moved to Prince George, the weather was nice and cold enough to build one, so we just loved doing it. Keep the kids busy, they're always out there, so it was really good.
I think that's why I'm the player I am, just all those hours on the backyard rink having fun, and I'm just so lucky that my dad was able to build that and just become the player I am and have fun and have my buddies over for a whole day and play hockey and imagine we were guys in the NHL. It was great.
In the years past, we've been out there countless hours, and I mean, it's a fun thing to do, to get your mind off of everything and just kind of go out there and just, shoot some pucks around and have fun. So, there are definitely a lot of memories on the backyard rink, and something that I enjoy to do.
Eric very quickly got on teams where there were 6 or 7 tournaments in a given year, 32 league games, about 75 practice hours. So you were literally at the practice every day. And so it is quite a commitment.
Even though we're Canadian, Cam was born in Canada, moving to the States when Cam was only 2, and Cam having played all of his hockey in the States, being a product of USA Hockey, the decision to kind of continue that on an international stage with the United States was an easy decision.
He didn't play in the NHL, but he was pretty close. He knew what it takes to get where he got, and he just passed along to me. My whole life I've been learning about little things like passion and desire and intensity. Those are his big words, and I try to live through that.
Even though he's a pro football player, I think he's so enthusiastic about hockey now. It's got to be his first love, for sure. And I know that he always wanted to play hockey and wanted to be that guy, so I think he's kind of living through me now. And it's a really enjoyable experience to have someone with me, and to have someone in the spotlight with me is great.
I've pretty much been Americanized. I don't remember anything from when I actually lived in Canada, so and like my dad said, it was an easy decision for me. I'm proud to wear the red, white, and blue, but at the same time, I'm proud of my roots in Canada and the family that we still have there.
And I think with Tyler, from a very young age, even just from playing Timbits, he had a quick ability to skate, and was scoring at will when he was very young. And of course I thought, well, he'll grow out of that, and he's not going to get 8 goals a game anymore, and as he gets out of Timbits hockey. But he still kept scoring pretty well, even up and through junior. And as you got closer and closer, especially to the draft year, I think you then start waking up saying, wow, this might actually happen. He might get drafted into the NHL, and might one day play there. So it goes by so quick, and if you have young kids, it just goes by so fast, and you really got to take in every moment at every age, because it goes by way too fast.
Well, if you come down our street, there's no mistaking where the Goodbranson household is. It's got these 2 garage doors that are sunken by a foot when you have 4 kids shooting pucks at them, and they're hard pucks. And on the top of the roof, we've got a busted in wood panel there that we're not going to change until the kids leave the house, right? Because it is a sort of a mark of where the Goodbranson family is.
But you get those parents that are kind of in your face, and I mean, he's completely opposite. It's nice to come home to a family after, I mean, maybe you've had a tough game and they just leave you alone, and I mean, kind of let you just have your space when they know maybe you had a bad game or something like that. So I mean, I admire that about them and my dad, and I mean, it's nice to have parents who aren't always harping on you about hockey and maybe talking to you about something else. So I mean, that's definitely been a big help.
He's the one that's put his, I mean, dedicated essentially his life, part of his life, to making me who I am now and bringing me to where I am now. So I mean, I owe him every single thing that I have for what he's done. I mean, he's the one driving me to practice when I was younger. He's the one, you know, putting in all the hours, working his tail off to get the money to let us play and, you know, get us all the new stuff and whatnot. And I mean, it's just his dedication I got to thank him for, and it's I mean, it's second to none.
Big night for the parents, too. Can't wait to see how it plays out. Back in a moment.
X-ray technology lets you see everything. From the GMC Sierra's high-strength steel frame that boosts payload and increases durability, to our Eaton automatic locking rear differential that improves rear-wheel traction. Advanced engineering from GMC Sierra. When you don't compromise, you have nothing to hide. At the GMC Summer Event, get the best of the remaining 2010s and get 0% APR for 72 months, or choose $5,000 cash back on most Sierras.